What is going on YouTube and the Viper Den? It is DViper0020 here, aka Doug, and today I've got another Guess the Grade video. However, this one is actually another friend Guess the Grade video, and this one I actually got a bunch of cards from my best friend, Zach. So he's got some super spicy cards. You guys are definitely going to want to check out this Guess the Grade. Here we go. Alright guys, let's just get straight into it. On this Guess the Grade, there's a lot of not modern stuff, as you can see here. This is the Moltres promo from, I want to say it's from one of the Pokemon movies. I don't know if it was the Lugia Pokemon movie. I can't remember. I haven't been a kid in a long time, alright? But super nice looking card overall. Great looking card. This thing is in very good condition. I'll see if we can pick up. I mean, that's gonna be hard to pick up some of the stuff that I found, because you guys know I look at these cards off camera, and really investigate them. That right there, you can see that whitening, that little white mark on the side. That is by far the worst part of this card. This card is in very good shape. There were some small surface scratches on it. But I think that whitening area, that's gonna ding us, unfortunately. Other than that, though, this thing is in beautiful shape. And I think we're just gonna get straight into it with the grade that I think it's gonna get. I think we're gonna get a TGA 9 on this one. It could come back as a 9.5, but I feel like that whitening spec there is gonna be it's gonna be something that's really gonna ding us. But my guess is a 9. So let's get into the next one. To go with the to go with the Zapdos, to go with the Moltres, you gotta have the Zapdos, right? So same thing with this one. Super clean overall. Pretty sure this one had some similar stuff going on. This one, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna actually set this down, and I'm going to grab my black light, just so you can see it a little bit better. I think you can see on the right side there. I feel like it's honestly not all that bad right there too. But the right side, right over here, this area, that is what's gonna ding us on this one. It's going to be another one that I feel like it could potentially get a 9.5, but I don't know how harshly the whitening's going to ding us. So I'm actually going to call this one to be another 9, to go with the Moltres. So hopefully we're surprised I'm wrong and it's a 9.5 instead of a 9, but I'm going to say a 9 on the Zapdos. And moving straight ahead into, of course, we have Articuno. You can't not have Articuno, right, Zach? So we've got the three birds, legendary birds here. You got Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. Don't know why I said that in that order. Probably because I looked at them like right there. But anyway, this one it's basically the same. However, this one actually has what I wrote down as skewed centering. You can kind of see. I guess it's kind of hard to tell, honestly, but the left side is thicker in this corner than it is on the right side, and then I think it might be worse on the back. Yeah, it's slightly worse on the back. It's, again, not super bad. I think that I'm nitpicking probably with this, but I think the skewed centering is something that I can note. There are also small surface scratches on it, as with all of these. I mean, these are old cards, so you know, it's expected. I did put some whitening. There's a small speck right by my fingernail there. Again, these aren't super terrible. Like, it's not the whole side of the card or anything that's whitening. So these could come back as 9.5s, but I have this one as a 9 as well. I'm not gonna be able to pick up like the surface scratching and stuff that I noted, probably. At least I really don't think I will. But there is some surface scratching on these, which is another reason why I said 9 instead of a 9.5 on all of these. But whatever the score is, if it's a TGA 9, which is what I'm saying that Articuno is going to be, whether it's a TGA 9 or a TGA 9.5, I hope they all come back as 9 or 9.5s, just so it's consistent and all three of the legendary birds are together in that. But on that note, let's move on to a couple of very cool cards. Alright, and I say a couple because I feel like I can't just show you guys one, right? We can't just show you the Ho-Oh Legend one. You gotta go with both of them. But boom, look at that. That is amazing. That looks so cool. Like, I'm jealous of these cards. These cards are so cool. The Legend cards are very, very cool. I really wish I was collecting during the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era, because these cards are incredible. But I'm going to focus on the top, and we'll go to the bottom now. Or we'll go to the bottom after, but let's focus on the top now. So on this one, I said, basically, I feel like there's a pretty common theme on all of these cards for Zach. But there is some surface scratching, and this you'll actually be able to see a little bit better because of the holographic, I think. Maybe. You could kind of see it above the plume on his head, on Ho-Oh's head. Some scratches there. And then there's some right in the butt. You can see that. I don't know if that's technically like a factory line or if that's a scratch, but I noted it as a scratch. And then I think there's a little bit of whitening on the back. You can see on the left side there. It's minimal. It's minimal. And then set out a little bit of a corner. Get out the black light real quick. There's a little bit, like a little speck on the corner. And then just like overall, you got a little bit of whitening on the edges. It's again not bad whitening by any means. But it's something that I want to note, and I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's going to get a 9.5 absolutely, or it's going to get a 10, when I know that there's these little pieces that could be marked against it, you know? But that's the top, okay? And for the top of the Ho-Oh Legend card, I am going to call another 9. I'll call another 9 on it. I don't think Zach will be mad with a 9 on any of these cards, honestly, but we're going to call a 9 on the top. And now let's go straight to the bottom. Alright, so the bottom. I feel weird holding a card like that. The bottom is the same thing. Literally, it's like all of these cards just have small surface scratches or factory lines, like you can see at the top there. And there's some more of the scratches. See, and it's hard to not get scratches on a card like this because there is so much holo. So I don't want Zach especially, but I don't want people thinking like, oh, I'm being super harsh or like, I'm trying to nitpick on this. Like, it's just the way that these are. These cards that are super holos and reverse holographics for that matter, they're hard to keep clean of scratches, and this is one of those. There might be some stuff on the scratches on the back, but I didn't note specifically front or back. I just said surface scratching. But on this one, same concept with some of the whitening and the corners. Like, the corners are a little weird. They're not bad, but I feel like they are slightly like pushed up. But obviously you got that big whitening spot top left. And then there's just little dots of whitening around here. If I didn't have this Rayquaza playmat, it would probably be a little bit easier to see exactly what I'm seeing. But I feel like the playmat actually like detracts a little bit, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Like the corners, like that's pretty common, being kind of like pushed up. I feel like that's kind of common on a lot of cards. But again, just trying to be as detailed about this as possible and let you guys know what I'm seeing, how I'm interpreting what I'm seeing, I should say. So on this one, again, if it gets a 9.5, great, but I'm going to say it's TGA 9 for the top and bottom. So 9's across the board right now. Alright, here we go. Let's get into another one. This one's actually probably the card I'm most jealous of. or the cards that I'm most jealous of. Look at this. Look at this. There we go. Is that not one of the coolest cards you guys have ever seen? Like, I can't even, like, I want this. I really, really want this card. This is, like, one of the neatest, coolest cards I've ever seen. But I gotta stop appreciating this and start, let's get to it. So, we'll start with the top first. So, the top is gonna be literally the same. Like, every one of these, I have a note of surface scratching and a little bit of whitening on the back. So, on that note, let's just see. Oh, you can actually see. I should have put a little indent because that's what we got right there. You can see it really good right there. Little indent. That could count as a scratch, I guess. There's another one right under it. But yeah, surface scratching or indentation, whatever you want to say. This one's a little harder to see, I feel like, for some of the scratches. Obviously that indent was easy, but that's really the biggest issue with this card, I think. And then the whitening on the back, like you can see under my, or just above my index finger there, that's some whitening there, and then just tiny little blips of whitening around the edges. Alright, so right there, you can obviously, that one was easy to see without the black light. Got the top left, right side, you got a little bit of whitening on. It's just, you know, tiny little specks of whitening here and there is what we're finding. But for this one, again, with the little indent or surface scratching, and then the whitening, again, I gotta say it's a 9. These could all come back as 9.5s. Like, if I'm wrong on the 9s and 9.5s, I'm happy, honestly. Let me be wrong on that. But let's get to the bottom and see what we got here. So, this one, I said the same thing with, and I can see, okay, you can see the surface scratching on this one a lot better. Right above the word elemental, you can see the scratches that I was referring to. And then, actually, you can just see little scratches all over. I don't know if that's from, like, slipping it into a sleeve or bind, like, a page in a binder or what. But, like, dude, the hollow pattern on this is absolutely incredible. Sorry, I can't stop appreciating this card. These cards. Alright, going to the back of this one. On the back, we've got the same concept overall. We've got the little whitening specks, just kind of peppered throughout on the sides here, on the edges here. A little bit of the corners. Alright, so you can really see the top right, the top left corner you can also see. And then just like little marks all over on the corners, on the edges. With surface scratching and whitening on this card, I think we've gotta go with another 9. We gotta go with the TGA 9. So we're keeping it consistent at least, right? Alright, and now let's get to our next one. Another super cool card. Zach, one of his favorite Pokemon is Darkrai. So for him to have this card just makes sense, right? Cresselia is cool, I guess. But Darkrai is awesome. I feel like most people like Darkrai. So another super sick card. And again, it's following the same suit. We'll go with the top first. Following the same thing that all of these other ones are following, as far as like, it's got some surface scratching. Hopefully you can see some of those on there. I feel like this one's not terrible though, but still, it's got some surface scratching. And then on the back, I put a little bit of whitening. So let's see. This one's actually better looking than the others, I feel like, for whitening. Let's grab the black light. That bottom right corner. You can kind of see. I mean, that's honestly not terrible, but this one's actually better in the sense of whitening specs and everything like that. It's definitely one of the better ones, especially for the legend cards. But I think the surface scratching on this is really the biggest hit. On this one, I put a 9, but I think this could legit be a 9.5. I mean, honestly, if not for that corner and a little bit of surface scratching, I would say this could be a 10, but I went really conservative and I said a 9. This one, I said a 9. I'm gonna stick to what I said, what I wrote down as a 9, but I think this could be a 9.5. But again, I'm sticking to what I said and what I wrote down, and I'm gonna say that one's gonna get a 9. Another 9. That's all we've gotten so far, in my opinion, is 9s. So let's see. Move to the bottom. All right, now we've got the Cresselia portion of the legend. Let's see what we've got here. This one, same thing. Said surface scratches and a small bit of whitening. So same thing as literally every other one. This one might actually be a little bit harder to identify as surface scratching, just because there's not quite as much hollow. Like, honestly, looking at it with my eyes, sorry, I don't know how well you can see that, but looking at it with my eyes, like, there's almost no surface scratching on this. I do look at these a lot more in depth, though, off camera. So I trust what I wrote down. It's just like, when I'm doing it on camera, sometimes it's like, wow, this is kind of hard to see what I saw. But let's go to the blacklight real quick. That, obviously, you can tell whitening. Okay, you can see that the whitening speck. Yep. There's a little speck in the top right as well. But yeah, so this one actually has a little more whitening. It's a little more prominent whitening, I should say. On this one, I did the same thing. I wrote that it's going to be a 9 with the light surface scratching and a little bit of whitening. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it got a 9.5, but I feel like the whitening will ding this one down to a 9. But that top one, that one could surprise us. Excuse me. But yeah, bottom of the legend, that's gonna be a 9. And then we have one final card for Zach. This one actually I think is for his wife. I don't think that's for Zach. But we've got a modern card. We got a Leafeon VMAX Rainbow, which, beautiful card, absolutely beautiful card. I know she loves her Mimikyus and Leafeons, so very nice looking card. I think on this one, the only thing I dinged it for, you guys can probably tell right away, it's centering. The centering is the only thing, like, obviously it's favoring the left side, but I don't think there's any type of surface scratches or anything like that on this card. Corners look good. Yeah, I mean, this card's in very, very good shape. It's a modern card, so I would expect it to be in good shape. But, yeah, I think centering is the only thing that's going to work against us here. I'm not even going to get out the blacklight because I didn't put whitening as one of the issues for this one. But I'm going to say that this one is going to come back as a TGA 9.5. The centering, I feel like, just pushed too far over to get a 10. But TGA 9.5 for the final card. So we broke the trend of 9s. Alright, and there we have it for Zach's submission to TGA. I really hope that either if I'm wrong on these, I hope that I'm wrong on the low end, and none of these cards, like, really surprise us with a bad score. Not a bad score, like, 8 or 8.5 is still a very good score, but, I hope if the cards that I said were 9s are anything but a 9, I hope it's a 9.5. But, let's just, let's see what we get. I mean, it's coming right now, so check it out. Here we go. Here are the results.
A few moments later.
And we're kicking everything off with my man Zach in chat here. He has 10 cards that he gave me to do guess the grades on. And up first, we should have Moltres. So let's see. Yes, we do. Jenny did it correctly. We have this beautiful movie promo, right? Beautiful Moltres. So we're getting into it. We're getting right into it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Before I pull my hand off of this, I did say that we'd probably be looking at a 9. The last vintage cards I sent in for Zach really surprised me on the grades, so I hope that it stays consistent with how I guessed here. But for this Moltres, I said we're looking at a 9 because there are some small surface scratches and a little bit of whitening on the back, and we can look at that after I reveal the grade. Do we got a TGA 9? Here we go. We've got a TGA Mint 9. I called it, folks. With the purple label, Zach, that looks amazing. Good call on the purple label. It goes with that sky super, super well. But there was some whitening on the back. I wonder if you can. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there it is. That's that like big one that I was like, oh, that's definitely gonna get dinged. A little bit of whitening, not like absolutely perfect, but it's a 9, which is a very, very good grade, especially on a card that was released in somewhere around 2000. It doesn't actually say at the bottom, but super, super nice Moltres. But yeah, a Mint 9. We'll definitely take that. So there's the first one. On to the second bird, we've got Zapdos to go with the Moltres. This one is literally the exact same notes that I wrote down. So I said we're gonna get a 9 on this Zapdos. But let's see, do we got another 9? Am I 2 for 2? I'm 2 for 2. We're kicking it with the red label. Zach also went non-hollow on these to match, considering the cards themselves are not hollows. So that looks spicy. I'm gonna put them together at the end so we can see the beauty of all 3 cards together, all 3 of the birds together. You already know what the last card's gonna be. It is Articuno. Articuno was basically the same thing. Skewed centering on this one. I don't think it had any whitening though. But the centering's a little bit skewed. And I put white spots. So I don't know if there's a little bit of like white spot stuff going on the back or what. But let's see what we got for Articuno. I said 9. Am I 3 for 3? A 9.5! I am not 3 for 3! And this one was gold. This is actually the new TGA gold, so it's a little bit like fainter. But that's amazing. It came back at 9.5. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. But we'll take it. But if it's gonna go anyway, let's go up, right? Let's go up. So we'll take that. That's beautiful. And let's try to put these things together here. He would have the Lugia right in the middle there. Right? Something like that? Because they're all trying to go after Lugia, correct? Alright, let's see what we got next. Ooh! Now we're getting into some real juicy stuff now, guys. Real juicy. Legend cards. I'm gonna actually adjust my grip on this. Legend cards. We've got the Ho-Oh Legend Top. This one, it looks like I put a 9 on almost every one of Zach's cards, because basically they all have a little bit of surface scratching and a little bit of whitening on the back of this one I put. So we'll check the back after I reveal the grade. But do we have another 9? Ooh, we have an 8.5. So unfortunately, I was off in the wrong direction this time. I'm wondering if it's because of whitening. Like, you can see in the bottom left there, you got a little bit on that edge. The whole left edge. Oh, and then actually the top right. Maybe I didn't realize that. I mean, an 8.5 is still good. Don't get me wrong. But I was hoping we stayed consistent around the 9. But still, beautiful in the green hollow label, guys. How good does that look with the rest of the card? The green on Ho-Oh's wings, that looks sick. Ho-Oh bot, here we go. Ho-Oh bottom, this one I also threw a 9 on for basically the exact same reasons. A little bit of corner whitening is what I put on this one. Let me adjust my grip and we'll reveal. Here we go, guys. Do we get a 9? We got a 9. There we go. Mint 9 with the hollow red label to go with the rest of the card. I absolutely love these legends because of that foil pattern. Like the Cosmos foil is so sick. Look at it. Look at that. That's super, super cool. I wish
I'm not upset about the 8.5 because that's still a very good grade, but I really wish it was a 9 just so it was cohesive, you know, the top and bottom. But all right, here we go to the next one. Another legend. This is one of my all-time favorite ones, legend cards that there is. All right, let's see what we got. This one is going to be the same thing, a little bit of surface scratching and whitening on the back. So I said we got a 9. Do we get a 9? We get an 8.5, another 8.5. I've been 0.5 off on all these that I'm confident in. Not 100% confident, I guess. But an 8.5 with the blue label looks very nice. Let's see what the bottom is. It's probably going to be the same concept where it's going to be another like 9, you know? Alright, that is just... Look at how crazy that is. Oh, you guys could probably just see some of the score there. Look how crazy that is. I love the foil pattern. Alright, let's see what we got here. I said this one was the same, basically the same exact thing, so it could be another 8.5, but I gave it a 9 in my guess. An 8.5, so at least it is cohesive. 8.5, Zach, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about your Lugia? With the beautiful hollow blue labels, absolutely, I would be happy with this. That looks incredible. That looks absolutely incredible. Congrats on that Lugia. And having the cohesive grade too, super, super cool. Alright, and now I think we're on to the last part of the legend cards. We got the Darkrai and Cresselia, and that one's super cool. Zach is a big Darkrai fan, so this is big for him. Same exact thing though, a tiny bit of whitening is what I put, and then some surface scratching. It's so hard to not have surface scratches on cards like this that are like literally all hollow. So I said that we're looking at a 9 on this one, just like the other ones. Am I right or am I 0.5 off? We got a 9, there we go, and we got the blue up top, and I think purple on the bottom, if I remember correctly. Very, very cool. We got the mint 9. We're back to being right on the guess the grades, so that's always good. All right, let's see what we got. Bottom with the Cresselia here. This one, it was literally, it's the same story. The front surface scratching and then a small bit of whitening. I said I was gonna get a 9. Do we get a 9? Here we go. We get a 9, and look at the purple and the blue. That's super cool, Zach. I really like the way you did that. Purple to match the Cresselia under the Cresselia, and then the blue to go with the backdrop for Darkrai. Super nice. I know you're happy with a 9. I know you're happy with a 9 for those, Zach. This is Corinne. She has a Rainbow Leafeon VMAX right there. Looks beautiful, looks nice. And this one, I said was going to get a 9.5 because of the centering. I'm sure you guys can see the front centering there. Right side's thicker than the left. That is the only mark against this card is centering. So I'm hoping 9.5. Do we got a 9.5? We got a 9! Oh no! I wonder if the centering was just that far off, because I'm pretty sure everything else on this card was beautiful. Any of these like dust or whatever, that's got to be like the plastic. It's not on the cards. I don't know. Is there something in that corner? No, can't be. Can't be. Yeah, I think it's just the centering. The centering on the front just knocked us down that 0.5. Not that a 9 isn't good. Don't get me wrong. And it's the hollow black label, which gives that rainbow effect, which is super dope. But yeah, a 9 instead of a 9.5 for Corinne's Leafeon VMAX. Not bad, not bad. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed what you've seen, please smash that like button as always. If you're not already subbed, definitely subscribe to the channel. Go up here, all my socials, follow me there. I'd appreciate it very much as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next one. We'll have some more guess the grades coming. Bye!